on, Wolfpack Nation? Welcome back to another episode of Tuffy Talk here, and we have got a really special guest tonight, guys. We have got 2024 defensive back commit Asaad Brown here with us, guys. He is a big-time commit for the Wolfpack, and I know we are so glad to have him with the Wolfpack, but on the show too. So, Asaad, how are you, man?
Well, I'm good. How about you?
Doing really good, man. Really excited to have you on the show. Yeah, really excited to have you on the show. And I know when I saw you committed to state, I had to kind of dig all into you, man, and figure out like what, all your background, because I'm really big on the recruiting side of things. And, seeing your ability, honestly, just because I didn't know much about it up front, but like the offer list you had, seeing the film, I really think it's an exciting pick. You're an exciting commitment for state, not just from a talent standpoint, but just I even though a little bit in talking to you, seem like a really good guy up front. So can you just I guess where are you from? Growing up, and what's that like, and what got you into football and that kind of thing?
Well, I'm from. Well, I was born in Oklahoma, but I was raised in like New Bern, so that's in North Carolina.
That's where I was born, dude.
Yeah,
I was born in New Bern. Yeah.
So
Nice.
that my dad's side is all from New Bern, and my mom's side they from Cali.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So your mom's side from California, you said?
Yes, sir.
Wow, man. So how did they meet up? That's an interesting question.
Yeah. Well, her dad was in the military, so.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool, man. Awesome. Yeah. Well, that's really cool. Yeah, we got a little bit of a personal connection there. Yeah. What was it about football that got you into football? Were you always playing sports, or was that like your first only thing you've only wanted?
What got me into football was I don't know. I just went to the backyard one day. It was just me and my little brother. We seen the football on the ground, so I picked it up. We just started playing football, and then after that, I just fell in love with the game.
That's awesome, dude. That's really cool. Yeah, I always get curious at that. When did you know football was like you had a real like a legit future with it?
When I was very versatile, I could play anything on the field. Like my first position was a DN. So when I seen myself and play DN, that's why I just really fell in love with it. And then I just kept growing and growing.
Yeah. And so you're 6 foot, 180 pounds or so right now. That's what I saw online. Yeah.
Yes, sir.
That's awesome, dude. So what is about football to you that you just love it so much? What is it about it?
Man, just the sport. It's just like how it is, like how the game is played. Like it's very competitive.
Yep.
Just like, yeah, it's just like I just love the game.
That's cool, man. Yeah. So with that having said, so you play the defensive back position. When did that switch happen? Was that was that early on in high school? Later on?
That was my seventh grade going up. Like that's when I really changed it, because my sixth grade year I played like linebacker until my seventh grade year they put me out corner, and after that I just started playing corner. Yeah.
So you've stayed with it pretty much your whole time you've been playing this for the most part. I mean, in your older years, it sounds like you really stuck with the DB spot.
Yeah, I did. But the crazy thing is I could play receiver too.
Yeah? You play both sides of the ball for your high school?
I mean, I did. But we had a little situation, so
okay.
So I can't say all that. But
yeah, you keep them down low. I get it. It's all good. Well, that's cool, man. That's cool. Yeah, you got any questions for him, Greg?
Yeah, I guess. I was looking at your tape, and we'll probably get into it a little bit deeper. But I was just watching you. Like your reaction time on some of those plays were just absurd. You were reading the play, and you were just catching running backs in the backfield. Like, just talk a little bit about your instincts, because I feel like that's something, you were stopping the run on some of those plays, and I'm just really curious about your instincts.
Well, first thing you do, I watch film all the time, so I'm a film study guy. So whatever I see on film, I know what I'm seeing in the game. So one thing about me, if I know if it's a run, when the lineman go down, it's a run. If he passing, if he go back, it's a pass. That's why I always look in the lineman key to let me know if it's a run or pass. And that's what really evolved my game, changed my game and everything.
Yeah. So do you feel like you're better in coverage or man-to-man? You got a strength one way or the other, something you want to work on?
I can do both, yes.
Okay. That's awesome. Yeah. So is there a certain spot on the field, like in the DB? Is it a safety, corner, nickel? Where do you see yourself, or where do you play most?
Athlete everywhere.
Athlete
everywhere, yeah.
Okay, I hear you. You can make it happen.
Yes, sir.
That's cool, man. So so let's get a little bit into the recruiting side of things. So actually, before we get there, let me talk about this. How has the football season been for you this past year? And then how does the football season? I know we're in the springtime, but I don't know if you already looked forward into the 2024 or 2023 football season in high school, your senior year. What's that looking like?
This year, my senior year, this year is going to be my breakout year. Like, this year is everybody's going to see who Asaad Brown is.
Yeah.
Because when I was at Smith, like, I just played defense, but they finna see who I really am because I played both sides. Everybody knew me as from middle school. I played both sides. So
you really want to show out. You really want to show people the athlete that you are, more so than not just a one trick pony kind of thing.
Yes, sir.
And if I'm not mistaken, at Smith you won at least one state title, right?
Yep, Yep, yes, sir.
Were you on both were you on the back-to-back or just on one of them?
Just one of them.
Okay.
At not the COVID season. After the next season. Yeah.
Gotcha.
Awesome.
Okay.
Cool,
right.
man.
So
we got a guy who go ahead, Greg. Sorry.
No, I was just saying you have a championship pedigree, so it's all about winning and performing on the field. Just take that, how do you maintain that level of intensity, right? Because after you win a championship, it's easy to be complacent, but how do you stay humble and stay hungry?
Just keep your head in the game. Don't get caught up in the media. Don't see me. I just don't get caught up with the star. I don't get caught up with politics. I just worry about myself and my family.
Yeah. It's a good answer. Yeah, I like that.
That's cool, man.
Before we continue, we want to take a quick second to tell you about our sponsor, Flatlands Jessup Insurance Group, that has your whole world covered, with agents in 5 offices throughout eastern North Carolina to help you decide how much coverage you need. Offering policies for home and auto, recreational vehicles, commercial, crop, health, life, and employee benefits. They are able to combine options to find a comprehensive solution that works for you. Flatlands Jessup protects the things you love so you can spend less time worrying and more time enjoying them. Find them on Facebook and Instagram at Flatlands Jessup. You can also visit their webpage at www.flatlandsjessup.com. So please make sure to go and check them out.
So let's talk about this. So you've been playing this, and we get you a little bit. Like you said, you're emphasizing being an athlete, not just that one position, but you can play all over the field. You love the games from an early age. You've been playing the DB position since you were in middle school.
Yes, sir.
State champion. Those are all really great things, man. So I'm curious, with all those accolades there and all that ability, when did colleges start noticing you, and when did they start? How did that start out? Them talking to you in that recruiting process?
It was during my freshman year. A lot of coaches, after the COVID season, a lot of coaches started hitting me up. I ain't gonna lie, I didn't even know I was gonna pop up like that. I was just being patient and just boom, everybody
just doing your thing and it just hit you.
Yeah.
Hey, though, Asaad, I know you're being humble right now, but he doesn't know about Smith. Smith is a powerhouse in the state of Virginia. No kidding. So they naturally draw a lot of attention. So and if you're playing at Smith, you're a good ball player. I mean, there's just no doubt about that. So
did you transfer there to play in that kind of, or did you just move there? How did that work out?
I transferred there after my freshman year at Portsmouth Christian. I had transferred.
So you even knew, you're like, man, this is a good program. I want to play in that program kind of thing.
Yeah.
That's cool.
And I used to go to their games all the time when I was in middle school. So it was just it was actually a great feeling to come to play with that school. My whole life I've been watching them when I was young.
Yeah, so you had coaches reaching out to you early on in the process, being aware of it. How did schools kind of stand out to you? What were some of the things that stood out to you for some of these colleges? Was it just relationships? Was it the pedigree of the programs? What was it?
It was definitely it was definitely relationship, the atmosphere, how the players are and how the coaches are around them and stuff, especially the academics. Academics are always first, but I was definitely seeing the atmosphere. Yeah.
So what? So I guess you said chemistry. Were there? Did you get to go on a lot of visits early on, or are you still in the visiting? I mean, you're committed now. I guess probably not. But how did the visits go?
Oh, the visits are going good. And when I committed, I ain't taking no more visits.
Oh, yeah?
He committed, I ain't leaving. I'm staying.
He's committed. The word, see, that's what I think is cool. With the word commitment, I think people don't really use well anymore. They just say, I'm committed, and then they'll be very quickly, I'm not committed. So it's
Yeah,
That's cool to hear you say that, to be honest with you.
Yeah, I'm not. Ain't no switching up here. I'm not. Nope.
That's awesome. So let's run through this. So you had all these schools. I mean, to be honest with you, just to kind of
it was
for
insane.
fans who don't know, I mean, really strong offer list, man. I mean, obviously you had State. You had. I'm just kind of running through. I'm looking at some of these ones like Arkansas, Clemson, Florida State, Georgia, Georgia Tech, Michigan,
USC,
Michigan State, UNC, Ole Miss, Penn State, South Carolina, Tennessee, A&M.
All right, just say the top 25.
I mean, I'm just like, this is awesome, dude. I mean, like what was that feeling like? I mean, you put on all that work and you get all of these schools. I mean, nothing that, to joke around about. They're real-time programs. What was that feeling like for you?
Man, that feeling was great, man. Like, I had that goal going in my 8th grade year. My goal was to win my 8th grade year, and I did that. And then starting my 9th grade year, I just wanted my offers to pop up, and then I did that. And I was just very humble with that.
So you said 8th grade year? They were already reaching out to you about 8th grade?
Yeah, because I had got my first offer in 8th grade, and it was in UNC Charlotte. Right after I did a workout at T&DO Gym. Wow.
So was there a year, like a freshman year, sophomore year, or even junior, that you really saw like a bump, like a big spike in offers? Was there any one year in particular?
I'm not gonna lie, my dream school was USC, Southern California. But when you take visits and all that, you got to see how it is, and just.
So you kind of grew up a USC fan, but then you're like, reality hits you, and you're like,
reality.
I got these offers, but I'm really seeing there's some things here I'm realizing I value more than others.
Exactly. Yep. That's exactly where I want to put it. Yep. Definitely. Cool, that's how I felt.
Yeah.
So for a lot of kids, that are trying to get seen, to get, potentially get a scholarship, they go to camps. I feel like that's not something you needed to do, right? Or did you attend any or many camps?
I did. I did. I attended that. Yeah.
Yeah. So what were your final list of schools? Did you have a final list when you broke down? I'm curious. Did you when you committed to State, was it just like I didn't have a list? I just decided I don't remember.
Yeah, I didn't see a list.
I had my top 10, and then like after that was it. I only had a top 10. I ain't had no top 4 or nothing. I just had a top 10.
Yeah, you just had like these are my favorites kind of thing.
Yeah, and it's just cool. Like every school I visited, I felt good with NC State. NC State fit me.
Yeah, so let's ask you that question then. So you picked NC State, and State have recruited you for a while, and they still are a little bit. I mean, why NC State?
Well, it's a lot of reasons why. NC State recruited me when I was a freshman, and when September 1st hit, and like you see, I had all these offers, but NC State never left me by my side. They still text me, always text me. Coach Lindsay always text me. Coach Dorian text me all the time. So it was just like, and every time we talked, it wasn't even just about football. It was just about life and just like, being in life in general, like. And I just felt very comfortable being there. And plus, it was my dad's hometown and everything, so it's close. It's closer to home and family there too. So it's just like it was a good spot for me to pick.
It's awesome, man. That's awesome. Yeah, I think we're going to break down NC State more, but it sounded like when you said Coach Lindsay and Coach Dorian, I put Lindsay, a State recruiting at the nickel position. Okay. How do you feel about that playing in the 3-3-5 scheme? I know that's the kind of I'm kind of touching on the other part of it.
I feel good because like I said, I want everybody to know that I can play.
Yeah, man.
Like, I can do it. Like, you want me in the hole, I'm gonna get it. If you want me to get a pick, hey, you want me to get a sack, I got you. Tackle for loss, I'm not stopping.
Yeah, man.
What was your official visit like? Did you take an official visit or
not yet? My officials, I'm only taking one. I'm taking NC State.
That's awesome, dude.
Yeah.
Well, cool. Hey, so we're going to kind of wrap up this part of this interview right here, Asaad, and we're going to do a part 2 for everybody else who's watching. But we really have enjoyed having Asaad on this interview and the show just to get to know him a little bit. And for Wolfpack Nation, be sure to follow Asaad. And I guess Asaad, do you have any social media that we can let people know where to follow you at?
My Twitter is Asaad Jr. ASAAD Jr. My Instagram is Asaad Brown 26 ASAAD BROWN 26.
Yeah, and actually, one question I thought about that I should have asked earlier, and I don't know why. So I've seen in your name, you got BJ.
Yeah.
So where does that nickname come from?
So my last name is Brown. So
Yeah.
my dad name is Asaad too. They didn't want me to call me AJ, so they just gave me the name BJ.
The next letter, right?
Okay. So you're a junior. Your name's really a junior, but they just gave you the next. Okay,
that's
so
pretty clever.
That's cool.
So it stands for Brown Jr.
So do you go by BJ, or is it like only the closest people call you BJ, or is it which one do you prefer?
It really doesn't matter to me.
Yeah, how do you get in the BJ club? Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, cool. I was just curious. That's something I feel like I should have asked earlier. I'm sorry I didn't. But yeah, so you heard Asaad's social media on Twitter and Instagram. Be sure to follow him, guys. And Wolfpack Nation, really excited to have him committed. We'll break down him with NC State and what that looks like for him moving forward. But be sure to like and subscribe to this video and share it around. We're always trying to grow this network here at Tuffy Talk. And again, we're just NC State fans talking state stuff. So really excited to have Asaad here. And as always, go Pack.